Do you ever open your banking app at the end of the month and think, wait, I make decent money? Where did it all go? Like, you didn't buy anything crazy. No luxury cars. No wild vacations. But somehow your balance looks almost exactly like it did last month and the month before that. If that moment feels a little too familiar and you're thinking, yeah, that's literally me, then this video is for you. Introduction. I spend way too much time thinking about 5 money rules the top 10% follow without realizing it. And if you're someone who feels stuck, stagnant, or frustrated with your personal finances, like you're doing all the right things but not actually getting ahead, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Here's the thing. Most people think the top 10% are rich because they're smarter, luckier, or had some massive income advantage. But that's not really it. Look, income matters. Of course it does. But income alone doesn't explain why some people quietly build wealth while others stay stressed, even on good salaries. And today, I want to break down 5 money rules the top 10% follow almost automatically, without even realizing they're doing it, and how you can start applying the same rules starting today. Rule number 1. They optimize their financial floor before chasing the ceiling. Here's what most people don't realize. Wealthy people don't start by asking, how can I make more? They start by asking, how low can my life comfortably go? The average household earning between $50,000 and $100,000 increases their spending by about 80 to 90% of every raise, according to data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. That's lifestyle creep in action. Now, you might be thinking, but isn't that normal? If I earn more, shouldn't my life get better? Sure, but here's the problem. If your expenses rise at the same speed as your income, you never build margin, and margin is where wealth lives. Think of it like a building. Most people focus on adding more floors, higher income, side hustles, promotions, while ignoring the foundation. The top 10% do the opposite. They stabilize their financial floor first. If someone earns $80,000 and lives on $45,000, every future raise becomes leverage. If someone earns $80,000 and lives on $75,000, every raise disappears. Action step. Write down your minimum comfortable lifestyle number, not survival. Comfortable. Then protect that number aggressively. Rule number 2. They treat savings as identity, not discipline. This is where it gets really interesting. Most people think saving money is about willpower. The top 10% don't. They see it as identity. A study from the Journal of Consumer Research found that people who associate behaviors with identity, I'm a saver, are far more consistent than those who rely on motivation, I should save. So instead of asking, can I save this month, the wealthy ask, what would someone like me do with this money? Here's a simple math example. Saving $500 a month is $6,000 a year. Over 10 years, that's $60,000 without investment growth. But the real power isn't the number. It's the self-trust that gets built along the way. Every month you save, your brain starts to see you as someone who's in control. And once that identity clicks, better decisions follow automatically. Action step. Automate one small win, even $100 a month. Then never negotiate with it again. Rule number 3. They buy time before they buy status. Look, this one hurts a little, but it matters. The top 10% are obsessed with buying time. The bottom 90% are obsessed with looking successful. Cars are the easiest example. The average new car payment in the U.S. is now over $730 per month. That's nearly $9,000 a year, before insurance, gas, or maintenance. Now, you might be thinking, but I need a reliable car. True, but reliable doesn't mean expensive. Wealthy people constantly ask, does this purchase reduce or increase future stress? A cheaper car that frees up $400 a month can be invested, used to reduce debt, or by flexibility later. An expensive car locks you into future obligations. Status fades. Time compounds. Action step. Before any big purchase, ask, does this buy me time or does it take it away? Rule number 4. They understand that money is emotional, not logical. Here's what most people don't realize. Money decisions are rarely math problems. They're emotional reactions dressed up as logic. Behavioral economists estimate that over 80% of financial decisions are driven by emotion, not rational analysis. That's why people overspend when stressed. Why they avoid looking at their accounts. Why they delay investing because of fear. The top 10% don't eliminate emotion, they design around it. They remove friction from good behaviors and add friction to bad ones. Automatic investing, separate accounts, delayed purchases. Think of it like setting up bumpers in bowling. You don't need perfect aim. You need a system that keeps you in the lane. Action step. Identify one emotional spending trigger and create a pause rule around it. Even 24 hours helps. Rule number 5. They play the long game even when it's boring. This is the least exciting rule and the most powerful. The top 10% understand that boring consistency beats flashy moves almost every time. Historically, the S&P 500 has returned about 9 to 10% annually over the long term. That means $10,000 invested becomes roughly $67,000 over 20 years without doing anything fancy. But most people quit early because it feels slow. No dopamine, no instant results. Now you might be thinking, but I want progress now. Totally fair. But wealth is built quietly, then shows up loudly later. Action step. Commit to one boring financial habit and stick with it for 12 months without changing it. Closing motivation. Look, I get it. It's frustrating to work hard and feel like nothing's changing. But the truth is, wealth isn't built through massive breakthroughs. It's built through subtle rules repeated over time. You don't need to be in the top 10% today. You just need to start behaving like someone who will be. And if this video helped shift how you think about money, even a little, hit the like button, subscribe for more content like this, and drop a comment with the one rule you're going to start applying this week. Your future self is quietly counting on you.